What's up guys, this was a requested video. Today we got the full speed test for the S23 Ultra versus the S25 Ultra, and I can't believe I forgot to do this one. So I'm pretty sure we did the full comparison, so if you guys want to see that, check that out. It's on the channel. And let's check this one out. I don't expect to see really any difference, too much of a difference. You might see a difference with video rendering. But the S23 is very smooth. We got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 versus the new Snapdragon 8 Elite, and the boot up wasn't too bad. Guys, as always, we'll be looking at app loading, animations, RAM management. This is the 8GB of RAM version, the base model. This is also the base model, but Samsung is now doing 12 gigs of RAM on base models now, thankfully. And yeah, the One UI 7 update should be in beta form for the S23 this month, sometime this month. Just check your Samsung members app, and I'll keep you guys updated on that. But let's go ahead and let's get started. Make sure everything is out. The S23 is on the latest March update, as well as the S25 here on its latest update. Alright, so we got Subway Surf, slightly faster there on the S23. So again, we're looking for animation stutters and hiccups as we load up games. We're looking for delayed input as well when we start loading up a lot of apps, but the S23 does a fantastic job. The Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is really really well optimized, so I don't expect to see a lot of hiccups with the S23. Alright, so again, loading these applications up, we'll do PUBG last. Everything is looking pretty much on par with the S25, being just a little bit faster here for the most part. As you guys can see, animations look basically the same. Amazon. Okay. Scrolling feels pretty much the same as well. Okay. Alright. Spotify. So basically it looks like the S25 is really just a hair faster. It's nothing that you would actually notice in real life here. Camera. We will come back to that camera. Jetpack. Again, S25 a little bit quicker, nothing too crazy. Alright, so our Geekbench, here are the scores just for reference here. So it is a big score jump, as you guys can see here, especially in that multi-core score. But like I said, you really have to be doing some intense stuff. As I said, we might see a bigger difference with video editing, but for general applications, you can see the S23 is just doing a fantastic job. They feel basically identical. Angry Birds, always a tough application to load up for some reason. See. Okay. Alright, so a little bit faster on the S25. Alright, so again here, not a real difference, guys. Instagram. Again, guys, not a real difference here with performance as we're seeing. And I'm not feeling any kind of touch delay inputs from the S23. We will run our 3D Mark test here. Alright, you guys can see the Wildlife Extreme test here, and we get a pretty nice bump here, almost 19 frames on the S23, almost 29 frames on the S25 here, and both phones are actually starting to get a little bit of screen dimming here. And you can see we lost a percent on both here, and you can see temperature 15 to 37, 12 to 24 here. So overall, like I said, it's really hard to find like applications to take advantage of the power that the 8 Elite has. It is a very powerful chipset, but most things that most people are going to do are still going to feel the same on the S23. As far as the gaming performance goes, the S23 does a fantastic job with PUBG. It's still able to play at 120 frames, and it'll be very powerful for, you know, years to come. And that's no knock to the S25. It does perform extremely well. The heating is a lot better. It's not to say that the S23 gets hot or anything like that. But yeah, the difference in gaming performance is really not that noticeable. And I do want to go ahead and check out the RAM management and see what we got here. So we might see a bit of a difference because of the RAM difference here, but so far so good. We have kept everything open on the S23. Okay. No closeouts so far. S23 doing a really good job, way better than I was expecting. Amazon. Looks like it has kept everything open, which is really impressive. PUBG is still open. Oh, we got one closeout. Pokemon Go. And we got another closeout. Yeah, so it closed out this top row of applications. Closed out this top row, but kept everything else open, which is pretty good. So you guys can see that difference between 12 and 8. But this is not bad at all on the S23s. Guys, we're going to be doing a 4K 60 1-minute render. So let's go ahead and get started. 3, 2, 1. And we immediately see a pretty nice little gap with the S25 Ultra. And remember, it's just 1 minute. You know, you will feel a bigger, you know, gap here if we loaded up you know, we were editing a 5 to 10 minute video with a lot of effects and stuff like that. You'll definitely feel that difference. So I said you'll feel the difference when it comes to like stuff like video editing, for sure. For people who do a lot of video editing on their phone, CapCut, whatever. Like, you will feel that the bigger the video is. But not too bad for the S23 Ultra. And that is pretty much going to wrap this speed test up here. I didn't really notice a difference with animations with the S23 Ultra, honestly. A few things that you may notice for sure is that the camera transitions have gotten a lot better. But I wonder if One UI 7 will help with this. But I know it's, you know, most likely got a lot to do with this new Snapdragon 8 Elite processor, really helping with the smoother transitions. And yeah, those are things that I've noticed that I noticed this just looks a lot smoother. Everything else feels exactly the same for the most part. So what do you guys think? People who upgraded from the S23 to the S25, what do you guys think? Was it worth the upgrade? Be sure to let me know, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.